Good morning, students. Today I am going to start a new chapter, and the chapter is 12. Name of the lesson is the Second World War. So this is the chapter that I am going to take. We know that the immediate cause of the Second World War, the immediate cause of the Second World War is the invasion of Poland by the Germany. And apart from this, there are a number of reasons for this. Let us analyze the reasons one by one. The first reason is that dissatisfaction with the Treaty of Versailles. We know that the First World War came to an end by the Treaty of Versailles, but it brought a lot of shame and disgrace on Germany, because Germany was divided into two, East Germany and West Germany, and many territories of Germany were taken away, and similarly many colonies of Germany was taken away, and above all, Germany was forced to give a lot of compensation to the winning countries. And this matter is not over there, and again Germany was punished. Means Germany was not allowed to keep more army in the country. Means Germany was totally disgraced and humiliated by the winning countries. So when the Hitler came into power, he wanted to avenge for this. So that is the first reason. And the second reason we are going to see is like the rise of fascism and Nazism. After the First World War, extreme nationalism arose in countries of Italy and in Germany. In Italy, the fascist government was headed by Mussolini, and similarly in Germany, the extreme form of nationalist government headed by Hitler. The government headed by Hitler is known as Nazi government. And when the Mussolini came into power in Italy, he wanted to bring back or revive the past glories of Rome. And for this purpose, he joined an alliance with Germany in 1939, and he attacked Abyssinia. But the League of Nations would do nothing much against the wishes of League of Nations. He attacked Abyssinia also. Similarly, Germany also floated the Treaty of Versailles and was not ready to give the compensation stipulated by the Treaty of Versailles. And Germany wanted to bring back or revive its past glory or the prestige. And Germany again, under the leadership of Hitler, started to amass weapons and ammunitions in order to avenge for the harsh treaty on them. The second causes of Second World War, and this is Japanese invasion of China. The Japanese policy of expansion was one of the another causes of Second World War. Japan was ambitious of expanding its areas, and especially in the Far East, and for this purpose they intervened in Manchuria, a province of China, and occupied this area there and established their government there. And China also appealed to the League of Nations, and the League of Nations advised Japan to vacate the area, but they were not ready to leave the area which they occupied from the Chinese province. And Japan also joined with Germany and Rome and formed a new alliance that is known as Berlin-Rome Axis. And in 1933, occupied the properties of Britain and America in China. Even though League of Nations advised Japan to be restrained in occupying Chinese area and capturing the properties of Britain and USA, Japan was not ready to follow their advice. One of the main causes of the Second World War was the failure of League of Nations. Actually, League of Nations was formed immediately after the First World War with the intention to stop a Second World War. But the League of Nations would do nothing. But a powerful country like USA did not join the League of Nations, and there was no collective responsibility in the League of Nations among its members. And the League of Nations could not do anything when the country is very powerful and follow an aggressive policy. And if the countries, especially the member countries, are very weak, the League of Nations could do anything. For example, here, that when Japan occupied Manchuria, a Chinese province, League of Nations could not do anything. Despite their advice, Japan continued there. And similarly, Italy also occupied Ethiopia, much against the wishes of League of Nations. And the economic sanctions of League of Nations were of no use at all. And the countries of Europe lost faith in the League of Nations. So they wanted to form military alliance with other countries. Now let us see that what are the main immediate cause of the Second World War. The immediate cause of the Second World War is the invasion of Poland by the Germany. By the Treaty of Versailles, Poland, by the Treaty of Versailles, Germany was divided into two, East Germany as well as West Germany at the biggest of Poland. Means the Poland got a land route to up to sea as well as to the Danzig port by the division of Germany. That type of division of Germany at the interest of Poland gave a lot of hurt to the Germany. So that is why when Hitler came into power, he wanted to take back the area which he was got to Poland. And Hitler also wanted to take back the city of Danzig, which was mainly inhabited or stayed by the people of Germany. And Germany also signed a treaty of non-aggression with Russia in 1939. Means according to this treaty between Germany and Russia, they don't have any war between the two countries. In 1939, Germany attacked Poland, and Germany's aim was to completely disarm Poland within a short time. When Germany attacked Poland, Britain and France gave an ultimatum to the Germany, but suddenly Germany also attacked these two countries, and this war continued from 1939 to 1940 times. But during these times, there was only less fighting among these countries. See, now I am moving to the events of the Second World War. One by one, almost all the countries of Europe got involved in war, but there were also certain neutral countries, and these neutral countries are Sweden, Switzerland, Spain, Portugal, and Turkey. So these are the countries, and there were also alliances were formed in the Second World War. The alliance of Axis powers. Axis powers means the countries include Italy, Germany, and Japan. So these countries form an alliance that is known as Axis powers, and the allied powers includes Britain, France, and USA. So these are the names you have to learn. These are very important. And when Germany attacked Poland, Soviet Union, or we can say that Russia also attacked the eastern part of Poland and occupied certain territories. And Russia gave the explanation that earlier these territories were belonged to Russia, and the Baltic states such as Latvia, Estonia and Lithuania. So these countries became independent after the First World War, but Russia adopted these countries as a part of USSR and made the Republic of USSR. Now we will see the development of Second World War. Germany launched an attack on Norway, Denmark and Holland in 1940. Within a short period, Germany completely defeated these countries. And after that, Germany turned to France. The German force entered in France on 14th June 1940. Within a short period of time, the capital of France, that is Paris, came under the hands of German force. And this attack on France was done in such a speed and force. This is known as Blitzkrieg, or it is known as lightning war. Means in such a speed France was attacked by Germany. So that is why France came under the feet of Germany. And after that, Germany turned Britain, and Germany started to bombing on Britain, and the British Royal Air Force retaliated, giving a beating reply to Germany. But one of the greatest mistake happened on the part of the Hitler is that he had violated the peace treaty that he had made with Russia. Mistakenly, he had attacked Russia and wanted to take back Stalingrad. Stalingrad means it is an industrialized area, or it is an industrialized city that he wanted to add to Germany. That is why he attacked Stalingrad. But Russia also now began to attack Germany. And the last battle is known as Battle of Berlin. And Germany was surrounded by three sides, means Britain and USA from one side and Russia from the eastern side. So Germany was completely surrounded by three sides by the other countries. On 7th May 1945, the German force surrendered. With that, the Second World War came to an end. In the very beginning of the Second World War, USA did not join with any countries, nor did they support these countries by giving weapons. But the only thing that Japan feared in the Second World War was the US fleet, means the Pacific Fleet, a warship of US based at Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. And in 1941, under General Tojo's guidance, Japan ordered an aerial attack on this Pacific Fleet. And it is reported that 3,700 people were killed in this attack. So US take it a very serious matter. But one mistake done by the Japan force is that they failed to find out the repairing facilities of this ship and destroy the US carriers. So this ship immediately got repaired and came into service. And as a retaliation on Japan, US also bombed in two cities of Japan, that is Hiroshima and Nagasaki. With this attack, Japan surrendered and the Second World War came to an end.